Hey everyone, I'm going to show you next how I'm going to modify my transmitter. These come with RPSMA connectors, and I'm going to put a SMA in place, replace it with an SMA. I don't have any antennas and don't intend to use any antennas that use the RPSMA, so I'm just going to cut this one off and it'll be destroyed, but then I'll replace it with this one. So to start with, let's get a good sharp X-Acto knife, and I just want to clear away the heat shrink here where I'm going to be getting in there with the soldering iron. So I'm trying to take off as minimal amount of the heat shrink as possible, because I don't think, well, I might have some to replace it. I'm going to try to save it though. And we'll get that cut off, and then I'm going to remove the old one. Alright, that should work. So that way I can get to those solder joints. Now, since I'm going to be replacing it and not intending on using this one, I'm just going to take a small Dremel and I'm going to cut this one off of there. So here's how I do that. If I can get it on video. There we go. Okay. Now, just trim this up. All I have to do is heat that up and peel those chunks off of there, and then I'm ready to put the new one on. So to do that, let me set this up on this. And then we'll remove the old ones with a soldering iron. Sometimes you might have to apply solder just to get it to where you have something to heat up. These are very sparsely soldered from the factory. There we go. So there's not a lot of solder to work with there. Touch these up. Flip it over and do the other side. 2 on that side, and those are both grounds. And then on this side you've got this, the center one is the signal, and then the 2 outers are ground. So same thing here, we'll just heat those up and then flick them off of there. If I can get this to hold it tight enough. So now I'm just going to clean these up a little bit, clear off some of that solder, and then be ready to start soldering on the new piece. Okay, got them cleaned off pretty good. They don't have to be perfectly clean, but clean enough so they're not too thick. And then this is the new piece. So you've got the center pin, and it's going to be on the top to line up with the center pin there. And it just needs to be enough solder cleaned off that you can push that on. I like to seat mine all the way down and then do my best to get it centered on the board. And I'm just going to flow some new solder on there, and it'll be ready to go. So there we go. And then the back side, ready for new solder. We'll have an SMA on there. So let me go ahead and solder that up. Alright, I need to get down in there to get a better angle on that, so I'm going to shut this off and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, there we go. Those solder jobs are better than the ones that came on it from the factory, I think. Make sure you see the two outside grounds are also coming up right here to ground this shield here, so make sure that you have the solder connected there, as well as down in there for the center pin. And then there's the back side, so good to go. Now I can use the antenna that I want to use, which has an SMA, and from here out any antenna that's SMA will work on this transmitter. So there you go. Thanks for watching.